Welcome everyone back to the tasting room. This is Chris Lafleur, your sommelier for the day. Today we are going to be tasting lot 738. This is a Valdobbiadene Prosecco Superiore. So Superiore usually just means that it is an extra 0.5% in alcohol. Normally this would be around 10.5, but it's Superiore, so in this case it's 11, which means we've got a nice little kick on this. Now I'm going to try and show you the proper way to open Prosecco as we go, because I know opening bottles can be stressful enough as it is, and opening sparkling wine even a little bit trickier. In fact, sommeliers are usually tested on their method for doing this. So you're going to take the cage here, you're going to open it up, 6 turns, 1, there we are, 6. We'll open it up a little bit. We'll loosen it, but we'll keep the cage on because we want to make sure we maintain control. Notice my thumb never comes off the top, and I will make sure not to point it in anyone's face. And then I will just tip it back and forth, tip it back and forth, tip it back and forth. And the pressure in the bottle, because this is spumante, we're looking at 8 atmospheres of pressure, will help it to open up on its own. Now we want to get just a little whisper here, so you guys can be the judge of how good I am. Can you hear me? There we are. Beautiful. Now, let's see what the wine has in store for us. Usually Prosecco is designed to be very fresh, very easy drinking. This appears to be no different. I can even smell it coming up out of the glass. Because this is lightly sparkling, or rather spumante, typically we're dealing with something that is made not in a traditional method style, so not like champagne, but more likely to be made like in a tank, which is still going to introduce more sugar and more yeast and condense everything and then bottle it. And that's what's gonna give us our nice sparkling element here. You can kind of see we do have some nice bubbles coming up. They're coming up pretty finely and they're relatively small. So that's kind of a good indicator of quality. That means that this can hold on to them for a little while. Let's smell it and see what we think. So it's very fresh. We have some nice red and green apple on the nose. We've got a little bit of pear, a little bit of white peach. There's also a little florality here. Not like orange blossoms jumping out, but more like baby's breath or white flowers. We're also getting just a little bit of minerality too, some nice wet stones, kind of like gravel, but not aggressive. Really, this is a fruit-driven wine that's based on freshness. Let's give it a taste. Alrighty, so that's very, very fresh, and not just because of the bubbles. The bubbles are always going to give it an extra layer of freshness, but we always want to think about the core of the wine. There's some great acidity here, and it's helping to make the mouth water, it's helping to keep the tongue nice and clean, and it's keeping those fruits present on the palate. We do have a lot of apples still, kind of driving the bus here, and then the peach and other citrus like lemon pith are also standing out. So what a remarkable wine. The alcohol, like I said, is elevated to superiore level, but it's not elevated in a way that is aggressive to the palate. It feels very fresh, and it feels like this wine is all about the fruit and presenting it to you in the cleanest way that it can. So where does this wine fit in your cellar? Maybe you want to celebrate something. It's always nice to have a bottle of something sparkling nearby that you can open, get that pop, or make it nice and silent like I did. It's also good if you want to have like a picnic or you're going to have any event outdoors. The fresher it is, the better, because it melds with the scenery so well. If you're going to have this with a salad, that's a great way to go, especially if there's a little bit of fruit in there, like some cut up apples, or whatever you're going to have this with. There's lots of places for this wine to be. I encourage you to explore that on your own and see which one works for you. So until the next glass, I'll see you next time.